The Olympics are a global stage when it comes to amazing feats of sport, though the opening and closing ceremonies sometimes look more like an international fashion runway. Okay, we bring this up because some of the gear Team USA is going to be sporting at the closing ceremony on Sunday actually has an Oregon connection. Devin Haskins joins us live this morning. Good morning, Devin. You've been all over these games, all over Oregon for us. I'm really intrigued here. What should we be looking for?
Yeah, good morning, David. We all know that during the Parade of Nations at the closing ceremony, it can take some time before Team USA takes center stage. But when they do, pay attention to what Team USA has on, because the wool used in the sweaters they wear comes from right here in Oregon. And it's not the first time that Ralph Lauren, the designer of those pieces, has used wool from sheep raised in Central Oregon.
It's a brisk morning.
Jeanne Carver has been working this 32,000-acre ranch near Maupin for more than 30 years.
It's okay, girls.
This is the Imperial Stock Ranch, and at the heart of it all, sheep.
Sheep are an amazing animal. You know, they have the longest history with humankind in terms of the fiber they provide.
In the late 90s, when wool products weren't being made in America and farms were closing, Jeanne and her late husband, Dan Carver, were determined to survive.
I sure did not want the sheep to leave here. And I also did not like hearing that wool was not important, wool didn't matter, and we can't make things in America anymore. And so that kind of fired me up, and I decided that we could do it, and I would find a way.
The farm survived and thrived. And when Ralph Lauren made it their goal to use American-made wool for the U.S. athletes at the 2014 Winter Games, they called the Carvers.
6 months later, we got the production order to deliver the yarn for what would become the opening ceremony sweater.
The company would come back and use their wool again for the 2018 Games, and again for the closing ceremony sweater and hat of this year's 2022 Winter Games. But this time, the wool will be different.
Imperial Stock Ranch became the first ranch in the world certified to the responsible wool standard.
Wool with a RWS label has to meet a high standard based on how sheep are raised, the land they live on, and even the welfare of the workers of that land. The Carvers teamed up with 6 other ranchers and formed the Shanaka Wool Company in 2018.
It's still really unbelievable. I mean, because we just do what we do, you know? We do what we're called to do, and we're really removed from the world of design and fashion and apparel.
But this time, as the athletes walk during the closing ceremonies, it'll be bittersweet.
Dan was an amazing man. He was very quiet. He never said a lot. He would always listen.
Dan Carver passed away a few months ago and would never get to see the finished product using the wool that he helped raise.
There is a piece of Dan in that sweater. I only wish he'd been here to see them because they're amazing.